Everyone's talking about Canada's tough real estate market, but nobody's talking about what's happening in Moncton. We just had our biggest month yet, about $142 million in sales, while buyers are actually taking their time. Sounds backwards, right? I'm Cameron, your local realtor, and I'll show you why this slower approach is actually a sign of market strength. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It would mean the world to me if you would hit subscribe. Every week, I create videos to help you buy, sell, invest, and navigate the Canadian real estate market. Today, we're breaking down Greater Moncton's May numbers, and trust me, what I'm seeing here doesn't match what you're hearing in the national news. All right, let's start with the facts. May 2025, here in Greater Moncton, we saw $142 million of total sales volume, 367 transactions, which pushed our median price to $356,550. Now compare that to where we started the year. January was about $68 million in sales with 179 transactions. That's more than double the sales volume in just 4 months. While national headlines are talking about declining sales and buyer hesitation, we have seen steady, consistent growth every single month this year. In February, we saw $72 million of sales. In March, $93 million in sales. Oh, and April, 114. And just to remind you, last month, we saw $142 million of sales in the Greater Moncton area. To me, that's not market decline. That looks like the market is finding its rhythm. Now, here's where things get interesting. In my day-to-day, I'm seeing something that might sound contradictory. Buyers are taking their time, but the market is still performing. Just last week, I helped buyers secure their dream property who were looking for the last 8 weeks, and a number of properties were visited, and we secured their property without being in multiple offers. Here in Moncton, they had time to really think it through, do their homework, visit the neighborhoods multiple times, and make a confident decision. That's the kind of measured market we're seeing here, and it's actually healthier for everyone. You see, those May sales, most of those properties were actually listed in March and April, so we had a solid spring listing season, and now we're seeing those convert into sales. It's not panic buying, it's not FOMO driving decisions, it's thoughtful, educated buyers making the moves when they're ready. So why is Greater Moncton bucking the national trends? First, comes down to affordability. Our median price is sitting at $356,550, and that is completely reasonable compared to the rest of Canada. In Toronto, that same money might get you a one-bedroom condo. Here, you're looking at a family home with a yard. Second, our local economy seems to be steady. We're not seeing massive job losses or corporate downsizing that we are hearing about in other markets. And third, there's realistic expectations. Both buyers and sellers understand market value, and we're not seeing wild price swings and unrealistic asking prices. Now, I have heard that in St. John, their spring market is a little bit different, but that might be a whole other video on its own. When you look at our days on market, it's sitting at 33, and that's not a stagnant market. That's a market where properties are moving at a reasonable pace. So what does this all mean for you? If you're thinking about buying, you're in a good position. You do have selection, and you have time to make educated decisions. For the most part, you're not competing on every property with multiple bidders, but sometimes it could happen. So take advantage of that. Do your research, make your visits to neighborhoods, and go multiple times. And make sure that you get a home inspection when you find that dream property. If you're thinking about selling, the data does show that there is a steady demand, and your home will likely sell when it is priced correctly on the market. But understand that it is in 2021, and not everything is selling in 24 hours. So price it right, present it well, and be patient. And if you're thinking about investing, this is exactly the kind of stable growth that you want to see in a market. Not wild speculation, not boom and bust cycles, steady, sustainable market activity. Looking ahead, I am very optimistic about Greater Moncton's market. We're seeing the kind of fundamentals that create long-term stability, reasonable prices, steady employment, and buyers who are making informed decisions. That $142 million number we saw in May, I really don't think that's a fluke. That could be our new norm, but I do realize that things could change quickly. So that wraps up our spring reality check for Greater Moncton. While the rest of Canada deals with headlines about market struggles, we're quickly moving to one of our best months yet. If you found this market update helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It does help more people see videos like this, whether you're buying, selling, or you're just curious about your home might be worth, I would love to connect and build a plan that works for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.